Hello, welcome back to another week of memories. Today we are doing what I think is one of the greatest games ever made, Super Mario Bros. 3. I chose to revisit this now, why? Because we've done Super Mario World, and I spoke about this game in it. And it would be a miss if I didn't do this game and spoke about it. I have already got this game completed in my series with commentary as well, but that was a long time ago and I wanted to do this properly and give it the justice it deserves. This game, for me, was best on the original Nintendo. On the SNES, Super Nintendo, you could get Mario All Stars with this game on, where they done all the improvements, and all the improvements are fantastic. Right, they done everything to make this game better. But when I had the NES before I had the Mega Drive, this was my game that I loved. I played the craziness out of it. And I had this console since I was about 5 or 6 with this game. And this game done things for me that no other game has ever done. And it was amazing. It was so amazing. And it sits number one on all Mario games and number one on my all-time favorite game. I don't remember how I got it or why I got it because I had a traumatic childhood and it must have been something I got out of pity or something. I have no idea. But I have chunks of childhood missing. But this game is something I have a fond memory of that got me through it. And it was amazing. When you first open up the game and you see the world map. Now, it's not a world map, there's 8 maps, right? That go across the world. This, but the map was amazing. It was amazing. That first world completed in under 9 minutes, by the way, on the playthrough. That playthrough was the best playthrough of this game I've ever done. I got to the end of World 4 before I died, I think. Amazing. Done this first map in under 9 minutes, and I was just playing. I was just enjoying. It was, yeah, I wasn't trying to rush. I was just really enjoying it, and yeah, it was great. It was great. Uh, this game stuck with me as well for years and years, and I don't remember why I got rid of the NES. But when I got it back, I was so happy. I rebought it again when I got into an adult. The power-ups in this game were amazing. So obviously I had Mario 1 first for a little while before I got Mario 3. And the fire flower plant thing was amazing. That was great. Then I got to Mario 3. Then you could be that raccoon or the Tanuki. And it was like, whoa, what are these? Amazing. You can now fly. You can now find secrets. And now all the secrets are well known, right? But back then, before you had the internet, before you had anything, you could buy the Nintendo Power magazine. Never got bought one of them. So I had to find all the secrets myself. And I did. I found the way to get infinite life, 99 lives on World 7. I found the extra life on the first world. I found how to get the whistles without any help as a kid. I found all that. And I don't know how I did it, but I did. And it was just awesome. And the way, right? I never played Mario 2 when I was younger. So I played Mario 1, the original Donkey Kong, which, with Jumpman on it. Mario 1, and then this. And this leaps and bounds over any other game I've ever played at this time. It truly did push the NES system to places it's never been before. And it was so good. And I think I must have played it every day. Every day I must have played this for a few years. And I finished it so many times. So many times. And then I'd start again. And remember, this game never had a save state. So if you were going to play it, you wanted to complete it, you were doing that in one sitting. and I had many sittings doing that, and it was amazing. And that odd time you got to play two player with your friend, that was great because you could have a little mini game where you could give him lives or her lives by having this game, and or was it that was it giving lives, or you could swap around so you could do the level for them and they couldn't do it. I can't remember. I want to do them first now on this game, right? Because you heard all my fond memories, all of them, right? And if you remember, in Super Mario World, I gave you the them first now, and I found the cape really hard to master now. And I said, not the raccoon tail. That was easy. Still is. Still is such a good mechanic. Still feels great. So every part of this platforming on this game is amazing. I found it so responsive. I, everything about it was great. There's not one part that was crap. The frog was a bit different, but you needed the frog in the water levels, which I didn't use because I'm alright at them water levels. But yeah, the frog was just a bit of a filler for when I needed to get big. I didn't, but it's still in the water is really good. And when you first play it, right, and each world is so different. So you go from Mario Land to a desert to the water world to the giant land to the ice world to the pipe land and to the dark world. It was just everything was so different. So you never had the same experience. It never got boring. They changed it up each time. So you got to the stage where you could start getting bored, but then it would come up to new heights, new levels. It was fantastic how they done it. It was so fantastic. It absolutely feels like a timeless game. And I have played this throughout my life, right? And I played the SNES one so many times as well. And I thought the SNES one I liked better until I go back to the NES one. And give you an example. Level 5, World 1. I played the SNES and they made it look glorious. They gave it a cave background and changed the colours on it, and it looked awesome. Went back to the NES from when I first ever played it when I was like 6 year old boy, and I got emotional. I remember thinking that was my favourite level ever because you could go underground and it was sparkly. It was all ice sparkles on the original version with a black background, and yeah, it's amazing. The NES version for me is the greatest game of all time, and I honestly didn't feel like any of it felt dated. I could pick up this game anywhere, anytime, and have fun with it. And I hope that's not just me. I know a lot of people's favourite one is Super Mario World, and I get it. It's a great game, but I think you're wrong. So, yeah, that's Super Leaf, which I call a raccoon tail. I don't know what you call it. The Tanuki suit, the frog suit, the Hammer Bros. Oh, I got that, I never used it. I used it before in life, of course, but I didn't like it really. They just those power-ups really did change how you could do a level. So with a fire flower, there's ice levels where you could break through the ice and go down pipes or collect coins. You couldn't do that with any other power-up. With the frog, there's water levels where you could swim against the current and go in pipes that you couldn't do with any other suit. There's just so many things that you needed that suit to do on levels that you couldn't do otherwise, and it made replayability amazing. Because once you've done a level, you couldn't go back to it. And that's the key. And that's what I prefer they've done on this game to what Super Mario World was. So on this game, once you've done a level, you can go back to it. So if you want to do that level again, you got to go through the game again. On Super Mario World, once you completed it, you can go back to any level you want. You know, you don't have to complete it again. So this made this game well worth to complete because you could find new secrets and new tricks each time, and it was amazing. Um, my favourite power up is the raccoon tail by far, and that's what I look for to play with when I go on the game. And I'm smiling because what a game it is. Um, World 7 is the hardest world, but it's not that hard. There's World 8 maybe. There's some tips and tricks that you see me do on the game. But the as in difficulty, it's not really difficulty spikes, it's changes. It's like the different worlds, the different mechanics in the worlds, like the ice is more slippy and it's it's just so good. Like the hardest world for me, oh, naturally I'd say number 8, but I think it's number 7. I think maybe it's number 8. Number 5 is also number 9, isn't it? But that's Sky World. Hmm. I think it's a very fair game. I don't find I think it's too challenging. I think you could sit down and like, just have fun with it. It's a quite a chill game. You can master it and do speed runs. I started the game off as a speed run, which I've never done with that before. But I didn't do it because I wanted to do that. I done that because I was having fun. I just wanted to play it. As far as soundtracks go, I think this has got one of the best Mario soundtracks ever. It stands out to me iconically, so do the sound effects. The visual style of the game is dated, and you can tell that because the SNES one isn't, and that's where they've done all the improvements. But I think this game with original graphics is where it's its best. I think it really suits that style, and for that reason, I think that's why that style does actually hold up today. The next graphics will be more appeasing to people who have not played it before that have that nostalgia. But I'm sure when I say the the people who had the original NES computer with Mario 3 before they even heard of the SNES loved this version more than they did then. Did this whatever. I think Mario 3 does still deserve its reputation. When you think, right, it's the third Super Mario game that came out, and it's held up against all the ones come out after. I'm sure there's something like Mario appears in 150 games, and to me, this is the best one, and it's the third one. Well, fifth one really. If you put the normal Mario Bros and Donkey Kong, and then there's so whatever. There's a lot of games with him in before, but this is the best one. And then there's so many more after it, and there's still stayed as the best one. You, this game automatically gets compared to Super Mario World because this game was their trial. They experimented on this game to do what it was. Then they used all the things that worked and put it into Super Mario World. They opened up the map. For some reason, they gave him a cape. I think it made more sense. They should have took the fog away for the water levels. Um, but Super Mario World was made because of this game. It would never happened. And all I can imagine is they put Yoshi in Mario 3. Wow. What would that have been? I'm going to say if you want to have the best experience you possibly can with this game, play the SNES version. If you've got no nostalgia for this game, play the SNES version. If you first played this game on the NES, but haven't gone back to the NES because you thought the SNES version was better, go play the NES version and let me know what you think. I think anyone who likes Mario will enjoy this game today. Not just enjoy it, but love it. And there's no reason why you wouldn't. My opinion of this game has never changed either. I've loved it from the first moment I picked it up to now, and forever. It's the surprise revisiting it. There was a surprise. Was that fifth level? How emotional I got when I got down in there, because you forget, and it brings back things. And yeah, and this game did a lot for the games that come out after it. It opened up a whole new uh, life of gaming. You got your open worlds, you got your world maps. It's fantastic. It was fantastic, and I I think it's the best Mario game ever to be made. I don't know if anyone else agrees with that, but why wouldn't you? So I'm going to give you my final thoughts on Mario 3, right? amazing, awesome, great, timeless. I want you to share some information with me about this game as well, like I do in all these videos. I want you to tell me what your favourite world was. I think everyone's favourite world is World 4, Giant World, because it's so different. Um, mine, is it? It's hard to pick a favourite. That's also good. But yeah, 4 stands out. But what about you? Now, what's your favourite power up? Do you prefer Mario 3 or Mario World? That's the question, isn't it? Do you prefer Super Mario 3 or Super Mario World? I've got a feeling most of you are going to say World. I've got a feeling not many people my age are going to be watching this video who played number 3 first. But let me know what your thoughts are. And have you ever completed this game? You know, I want to have this conversation with you. I gave you all my opinions, what I think. Now I want to hear what you think and have this discussion. I will respond. And by the way, what I've decided to do is, if there's enough comments in the video, I will do a follow-up video replying to all your comments. Like I say, I want this to be a conversation, not a review or telling you anything. I want this to be me and you having a chat and being honest. I'm going to leave it there. I love it if you like and subscribe. It's something I've got to ask you each time. I know it's annoying, but it might just prompt you to remind you that actually I do want to like this video. I will subscribe to get the next video. It really matters. There's going to be another trilogy next, just so you know. I hope you enjoy it, and I will catch you then. Okay. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and have a good day or night.